Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie, part 3 here. And as you guys can see, I kind of dropped the ball. Sort of messed up there. I forgot to get the jig on top of Spiral Mountain, but got ahead, grabbed that. You have to be the termite. This is one of the sort of components of Banjo-Kazooie, is there are short distances you can travel as Mumbo Jumbo's transformations. And you'll get a couple of unlocks, a couple of jiggies. You'll see how that affects the game. This is me just trying to goof around, see if I can get up there without using the appropriate move. That's me giving up. Alright. So right off here, you can kind of tell without that the truck trot, there's no way we could have gotten up that hill without some severe amount of glitching or practice. As you can see, we need 50 notes to get through this door. We collected all 100 in the last level, so we're more than satisfying the goal of that particular door. Bottle's just basically telling us the exact same thing, that we need 50. Oh, and giving us a nice little extra honeycomb. Me shamelessly destroying and needlessly destroying a beehive. What is it called? I hope so. Alright, over here, we're going to be learning a couple of new things. We're in the sort of, we see the portrait, we see a new character down there. That's an enemy. I'm going to say hello. Oh, bye. That was quick. We're going to be meeting one of the cauldrons. These are act like warp stations. He's just going to, as I talk to the character, he's just going to go over, or she is going to go over the fact that you find two of the same color, you can warp between any two of the same points throughout Gruntilda's lair. It's kind of an extra little, a helpful little thing, but not super necessary. I rarely use them. I like to travel around and enjoy the atmosphere. Now this is Gruntilda. She only appears in this game, and she's Gruntilda's sister, and her only purpose really is for one of the endgame levels. She will tell you 3 facts that are randomly generated, I think between 4 options each playthrough. So to break it down a little bit more simple, at the end of the game there'll be some questions that you need to know the answers to about Gruntilda, and she provides 3 of those. Sadly, in every single playthrough, you have to recheck with Gruntilda, so that way, like I said, they are randomly generated. Treasure Trove Cove, one of my favorite levels. We're going to be doing a lot with Treasure Trove Cove. It's not a particular difficult or long level. In fact, I think you can beat it as quickly, if not faster, than Mumbo's Mountain, considering that my poor performance on the Mumbo Jumbo tokens. There's no transformation in Treasure Trove Cove, so no Mumbo Jumbo hut to be found. I'm just gonna go straight there. I don't want to frolic too much in Gruntilda's lair. This is me just kind of goofing around. But yeah, I will be going through all the different locations and throughout Gruntilda's lair. Right now we're going to be getting some red feathers. These will be used for when Kazooie learns how to fly, which is one of the more entertaining parts of the game. It was one of the more fun things I liked to do as a kid, was just getting on a flight pad. Just start flying around, because I mean, who wants to actually progress through the game when you can fly? Alright, Treasure Trove Cove. Treasure Trove Cove. I'm not saying that again. So again, we got to collect 100 notes. Jinjos on this map, they're pretty standard throughout all the levels. Right off the bat, right underneath us, we've got Blue Jinjo, and this is Snacker. He's a dick. This is one of the reasons why I had a true phobia of water levels in video games, because of characters like Snacker, where you would almost instantly be afraid of entering water because you had no way of defending yourself against such vicious foes. It was just high anxiety. You jump in the water, and there's frickin' Snacker chasing you down. And that crab is not supposed to be there. He's just checking you out. He's like, alright, I'll let you, oh, there's a big crab. big hermit crab there, and he kind of just lets you do your thing. I just kill him because I mean, he's just gonna be a pain. This is considered the boss of Treasure Trove Cove. It's kind of a sad boss battle. Hopefully I can do it without taking any damage. Another hit. And it's only going to take one more hit. Should be pretty simple. And, oh, you sneaky bastard. Oh, that's right. You're going to get pecked in the eyeballs. One thing I never understood. Where does he go? I'm entering his home. He's completely retreated. Yet, as we enter further and further into his abode, he's not here. There's no sign of him. There's just these two annoying, I'm just going to call them crabs. I'm going to call them that. Pincers. And then we get our first Jiggy of the level. Grand total of 12, I think, for the entire game. I won't be doing keeping track of that. I'm sure periodically it'll show up. But yeah, simple Jiggy to get, easy boss fight. I'm hesitant to call it that. But he is not the character who is. Well, I guess you could argue he's like the Conga of Treasure Trove Cove. We're also gonna be meeting up with Captain Blubber. I really hope it's not something else, but yeah, Captain Blubber. We're gonna be dealing with that. So yeah, just collecting some no pieces and whatever else. And let's just go ahead get his treasure. Yeah, not too much to say. It's a pretty simplistic level, sunken, or let's say a landed ship in the center of the map. A blubbering Captain Blubber, being all blubbery about his blubbing treasure. I can't believe I said that. I'm Captain Blubber. There we go. Didn't say it wrong. Thank God. No, I only played this, a few years ago, so kind of sad that I forgot a significant amount of names for the characters. So you just have to ground pound. I'm not even gonna bother with Beak Buster or whatever it's called. And then you just come down here. You can get a Mumbo Jumbo token. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. They are included in levels that don't have a transformation as well. So you're able to that way save up for other levels and not have to rely on collecting every single Mumbo Jumbo token for that specific level to transform, which is a nice added bonus for sure. So we're just gonna go ahead, throw that on there. And that's one of two. And then we just have to dive down here. One of the nice features of Banjo-Tooie is they increase the swimming speed, which I really almost wish. It seems like a no-brainer to be able for Kazooie to. All it is you kicking your legs while Kazooie flaps her wings to travel faster. I wish they'd include that in design. One of the more simple improvements they made to Banjo-Tooie that just make for just an easier experience going through the levels and more enjoyable. That sense of speed you're getting swimming through the water, you don't feel as useless having that very slow-paced but powerful glide. This is sort of you gotta know you actually have to stand at a specific spot with the treasure. You can't just sort of walk near it. There's sort of a certain location that you have to hit to. So Captain Blubber actually becomes a fairly important character throughout the mythos of Banjo-Kazooie. He's not a nobody, like let's say Conga, or the Chimp, or the Hermit Crab, or even Snackers. Even Bottles, to a degree, only kind of sticks around because of, well, his annoying personality is so memorable that he's stuck with the series. There's a considerable amount of characters you meet throughout that really just they kind of disappear, die. They're very unfleshed out. I'm gonna actually be saving the actual flying for my next part. There's a couple of things I'd really like to touch on, and that's including one of the major differences. I'd like to show an actual shot-for-shot comparison of, I think we're up to 4 major differences between the Xbox Live Arcade version and the original Nintendo 64 version. There's me thinking about it. I'm like, nah, save it for the next part. But you guys will get to see that in the next part. We're going to be going in depth on this. This is me just being stupid. I think you have to shoot them into their mouth. No, it's just like any other enemy. Just have interesting movement patterns. That's all that is. Otherwise, we're just going to do kind of like a... If you didn't find the flight pad. So this is me dodging snackers with the only way you really can. If you were just to swim, you would not be able to... Oh, there's me just... Yeah, just going to fart on him because he pisses me off. If you were to just swim, snackers would catch you. But if you jump out of the water and then do... I think it's flip-flap. I believe that's what the move's called. You're able to... miss the note. You're able to then outrun snackers. That's something you quickly learn as a kid because, you know what? I don't like sharks eating you. That's not my favorite thing. You know, it's one of those graphically just naturally scary looking things is when a shark's chasing you, no matter what. Jaws didn't help very much, but Jesus, the sharks are just naturally scary animals. Now, one of the interesting things, if I wasn't using the truck trot there, you actually would have fallen. There's a slight angle on that ramp, and I've had that happen to me. I'm kind of a major piss off. Notice there was an X marks the spot. That's the beginning point. There's a number of hidden locations. They're not so hidden, especially in the Xbox Live Arcade version. For a significant difference, just gonna get the jumbo token here. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and you know, there's so-called secret areas. They really aren't, especially the Xbox Live Arcade version makes it a little simpler. Which again, go into my next part. Alright, now you guys are all wondering, what is it? What's so special about this game? Oh, you'll find out very soon. There's just a lot of work to be done. I really want to make sure that the comparison of the two are done well. And then we've just got a Jiggy just on the side here. Just that's part of Banjo-Kazooie in a nutshell. Without a guide, some of the Jiggies are in obvious locations, and I find just through simple exploration, you're able to find a good chunk of the Jiggies and secrets in this game. Now there's a couple, not even I can be certain that I've gotten every single item in this game on any single run I've ever done, just because of how expansive this is and how easy it is to miss a single collectible item like a jumbo token. But I definitely have done a complete 100% with notes and with Jiggies. Oh, by the way, if you don't backflip into those treasure chests, you have a bad habit of hitting those teeth, which do damage. Now these are kind of homing mines. They stay on the surface of whatever body of water you're swimming in, and he's protecting a Jiggy very poorly. Outwitted him quite quickly. And we've got a Jinjo on the kind of placed very dangerously. I think he was contemplating suicide, but then he decided Banjo was here to save the day. And I think I missed an obvious, yeah. There's actually a small location with notes right above, currently to my right, that I just completely missed. Might be some other stuff in there too, but definitely have to go back and collect those. It's the worst too is when you don't notice that as you're traveling across. You think you've gotten every single note and you're missing 3 or 2, and you're like, oh, they're definitely in a packet, but where? And just really failing on taking out that crab. It was on its back and still managed to do damage to me. Yeah, we're close to approaching the end of the part. Only a few minutes left. Gonna go ahead and find that other quote-unquote secret spot. Also a Mumbo Jumbo token down here. Yeah, so far it's been a pretty good run. You've seen a good chunk of the map. Hope you have kind of a feel for it. It's circular. There's a ton of body of water, but for the most part, and arrows pointing us in the right direction towards the next one, of course. But for the most part, oh, I believe there's also something down there in the corner. Not sure if it was a Mumbo Jumbo token or what. Oh, there's a honeycomb. Missed that. I'm gonna have fun with this treasure chest for a little while. Trying to get my timings down. There's sometimes, you know what, it would just happen whenever you're recording. I mean, you've had, and for nothing. Nothing was in there. yeah, so there's two things for sure that I need to go get. Honeycomb piece and a couple of notes, which I'll be sure to get in my next part, along with the in-depth explanation of a couple of things. Missed that. X marks the spot. Yeah, just gonna get the last few notes before ending this part. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to in the next video. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a certain angle I've been trying to avoid throughout the video, a certain spot on the map that is particularly unique to the Xbox Live Arcade version in a lot of ways. For those of you who have played the game, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know the game that well, it doesn't seem out of place. It really doesn't. It seems like it was intended to be as part of the map, but it's a completely added addition to the Xbox Live Arcade version, which I'll be showing here in just a moment. Are you guys ready for it? Are you ready? Does that look familiar? Shouldn't. That's right. It's Shark Food Island. Make sure to watch the next video for the full explanation.